G'day guys and welcome to Uncaged Expeditions. This setup is going to be with the swag and I'll show you through and how I pack it up. I'll do a time-lapse video as I'm setting everything up so you guys can have a look. Anyway, hope you enjoy. Okay, as you can see, I've got the ARB double swag up there. I can fit it in the back, but up top, thought much easier. Throw it up there, collect some firewood and that if we need to. Now I did buy a couple of bags because we are arriving a little bit late at camp, so much easier. Use a couple of bags, and I only have to collect a little bit. Now, let me show you through the canopy. Obviously it's packed differently to when I've got the caravan. Okay, let me bring you in for a closer look. Okay, again, we've got the fridge and the Coleman stove up there. Now, moving along. In this tub here, that's all my cooking equipment, my dry food, and everything I'll need for eating and preparation, washing up, everything like that. The table is still there, right on the side there. Got the two seats there, the Moon chairs, the Spinifex ones, they're fantastic. One for me, one for the wife. Okay, let's move around to the other side. Got a garbage bag there as well. Help leave the campsite nice and clean. Now, there's a better view of the swag up there as well. Now, to hold it in place, I use just the Rhino straps. They're great, they're easy to use, and do the job quite well. Okay. On this side here, as you can see, there still is plenty of room. This one here, again, has got my recovery gear, and all oils and lubricants, things like that. Things for the chainsaw. Now, as I said, the two chairs. I do have the ladder, because that does help putting up the awning, helps with putting up the swag up there, getting the straps around. I may need it again, may not, we'll see how we go. And my cooking grate, the open one there, and this one's also one that just gets thrown on top of the fire. I think that's spun steel, I think it is, a hillbilly one, whatever it's called. And again, got the wood splitter there, and you can see the orange just in there. That's the chainsaw. So everything's packed in nicely, not much moves, so pretty happy with this setup. And as you can see, plenty of room. As I said, I can put the swag in here and keep it out of dust, but you know what, it was a quick easy trip. We're at Firth Campground today, which is in Wombat State Forest in Victoria. Nice and close, it's only about an hour or so from Melbourne, hour and a bit. Okay, let's start setting up before we lose all light. Okay, let's start. First we start undoing the awning. Okay, take out the poles, take out the bag of goodies that goes with the foxwing. Now you're going to need this one strap first. That's how it attaches to the other side of the car up the top to put some tension on it, so keep that with you. Now, my shovel's up the top there. Don't forget, take that off before you put the foxwing, or it's going to be a pain. Take that off to play with the fire and toilet duties. On the other side, I'll leave connected on the pole, on the awning. So, that tension will be alright for now. Once we've got everything up, that's when we'll re-tension it all. Okay, back over to this side now. Now we're going to start putting up the poles, because even though I'm short, I'm not that short, I can't get under there. Okay. How's the fire going, babe? Now, for those of you that don't know me, I am married, but my wife is camera shy. She's in the back setting up the fire while I do this. Now, how's that looking? Is that straight? Okay, so now that it's all up, we can tension it more on the other side. So I'll go do that now. Now that that's up, we'll peg it out. There is no wind at the moment, but you never know overnight. Last thing you want to do, if you're sleeping and you swag, wind comes, takes it all off. Always be prepared. Better putting in 5 minutes work now than waking up halfway through the night and you've got dramas. Okay, now that that's all done, I like to keep everything neat, so I'll pack up the stuff I don't need anymore. Now, one problem I've got here is the door opens up too much and puts pressure on the posts on top. I just kept 2 straps in here. One on either end. And that keeps it at perfect height. Doesn't hit the post. Perfect. Plenty of gap. Okay. Now it's time to set up. Now, I'm not setting up the walls to close it off. It's a very warm night. Need a bit of airflow coming through. Like, I'm already nearly working up a sweat just setting this bloody thing up. But it's all worth it. Once it's set up, you can kick back, relax, have a beer, or a tsipuru, as we said in the last video. Actually, that video you haven't seen. That one's coming. And now, time for the swag. Get the table out. Let me show you how that's done. Now, I'll get it off the roof. Okay, now time to set up the swag. Now, I don't think it's going to rain overnight. Sometimes if it rains, I'll put down a tarp first, and then this on top, or maybe not even this. But because it's going to be a very warm night, can't see any rain, I'll just use this little mesh flooring just to keep the bottom of the swag a bit neater, a bit cleaner. Now, can't remember which side's the feet, which is the head. I think that's the feet. And got it right. Perfect. Okay, with the other ARB swag, you've got two larger hoops and one smaller. Two larger go at your head and the middle, and the smaller one go at your feet. Guys, always do the right thing as well. Wave to other people in the campsite or anything like that. We're all out in doing the same thing and enjoying the same thing. There's no point in being grouches or whatever you want to call yourselves, but just pathetic. Give a wave, be polite. Okay, that's the three hoops done. Now the two, just spread it out. Now I keep my swag, pillow, my sleeping bag, pillow, everything always packed up in there, rolled up all together. So unroll it, blow up the pillow, it's an inflatable pillow, mate, ready to go, ready, perfect. Now the important things, the moon chairs. These things were made for relaxation. Okay, now take these by the fire and then we'll finish setting up the table and the cooking section of that. Okay, and now for the cooking side of things to set up. Now this space case, you can take it out, put it on the floor, leave it up here, whatever suits. They are completely waterproof, weatherproof. That's why I use them. Take them out, leave them outside, it can rain. Anything can happen, and everything will be safe. Your food will be dry, nothing will ruin. Now I'd normally take out the stove, put it out here as well, but tonight we're cooking on the camp oven, so we're doing good lamb in there. Hopefully it turns out alright. It's the first time we were trying it, so I don't need it, so I'm not going to bring it out. Maybe in the morning if we need it. Mrs. makes a coffee, who knows. I have my V, she has her coffee. Fridge is just there. As you can see, everything's accessible. There are lights everywhere. If need be, you can move the table here if you need more light while you're cooking, if it's at night. But I find that that's fine. I do have a head torch as well, if need be. But that's basically it. Set up. As I said, if it was for bad weather, windy, raining, whatever it may be, I'd put the walls down and close it all off. That gives me more room, believe it or not, once it's all closed, because they come out on an angle, gives me another about half a metre to a metre all the way around. So in that case, the swag will get turned the other way, be tucked up all the way in there, completely covered. The table will probably go around there, and all of this extra space you've got for sitting down. Myself, my wife, the two chairs, cooking, eating, anything you can do in here, more than enough room. But like this, it'll do. We don't need to be undercover the whole time. It's not going to rain. As I said, it's warm and beautiful. Okay, and that's it for the setup, guys. Let me give you a bit of a walk around. Now that it's done, actually, now that I'm looking, I just forgot to do one thing, which I'll do now. Oh, camera's on a bit of an angle there. Let me just fix that. That's a bit better there. Okay. Make sure you flip that over so the rail's always covered, no water, moisture, anything will get in there. Okay, now for the walk around. Whoop. And looking at it here, I'm probably going to pull that swag out a bit too. Beautiful. Well, that's the setup. Now, as you can see, more room for the table. You make adjustments as you go, depending on what you need. But that's a setup for tonight. Beautiful, nice and easy, and that setup you can take anywhere with you. And more than enough, more than what you need. Guys, you're out in the bush, enjoy the bush. You can't always tug along the caravan as much as the wife would like to. You can't always take it. Isn't that right, baby? She's staying silent, just smiling. Anyway, that's it, guys. As I said, we're at Firth Campground, which is in Wombat State Forest, I believe, in Victoria. And just give you a bit of a view of the campground. Where are you going? The 2 seats. Is the fire going there, baby? Oh yeah, it's getting there. Good attempt. And there she is. She's hiding from the camera. Okay then, I won't film her anymore. Alright guys, as always, break the cage, get outdoors, enjoy yourselves. Till next time, see ya.